Shefei Yang, Ross Edwards, welcome back to the Melbourne Recital Centre. Shefei, you're part of our Great Performers series this year.
And it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a great pleasure to have you. We had the privilege of a masterclass from you last night, which was great to hear you talking about music, and we're looking forward to this recital tonight. Of course, as part of the special event, we commissioned a new work for you. It was commissioned by one of our great supporters, Maria Sola. And when we were talking about it, we thought, who can we get? Who can we inspire you? Whose music can we inspire you with? And we both settled on Ross Edwards, didn't we?
Yes, because one of the reasons is that I played his guitar concerto many years ago, and I remember it was a wonderful piece. So I thought that it's good to commission a work from a composer who has a good knowledge and who knows our instrument very well. So I think Ross
would be perfect. Well, I don't actually, but I sort of I do my best, and people help me. In this case, it was Tim Kaine. He sort of corrected a few notes.
And Tim Kaine's a great Australian guitarist from Guitar Trek fame, of course. What is it about guitar that you love writing for? I mean, you've written so many beautiful works for guitar.
Well, people ask me to. I got asked to write that concerto for John Williams, and I just, it was a commission, and I said, but I don't know how to write for guitar. And they said, oh, don't worry, you'll be right. And of course, it's murderously difficult for someone who doesn't play it. But the idea is that they're less likely to get cliche.
Yes, that's right.
I think I did some terrible things to John and you. I mean, those very high notes in the first note, if you remember. How could you forget? It goes da 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 da.
The harmonics are quite confusing even for us. Yeah.
Anyway, it's and John's recorded it now, so that's you get a copy of that.
Well, I agree with Ross that we have lots of compositions from guitarist composer, as we said yesterday. They know guitar very well, but it can fall into a cliche and in a bit limited way. Well, it's when you have a composer like Ross who doesn't play the instrument. I think in a way they might be afraid of writing for guitar, but in a way they don't have the limit of imagination, and they will probably think more in a musical way, and it's an advantage. Plus, I think lots of the contemporary guitar works, they have help from the guitarists, so we can demonstrate for the composer what we can do and how it sounds like. So I think that's...
And in this case, you both communicated by Skype, didn't you?
Yes.
Modern technology coming into play.
So modern technology is useful. He's in Australia, and I don't know where I was.
You were in Hobart, I think.
Oh yes, I was in Tasmania. So let's have a talk on Skype. So
that's perfect. And Ross, in your program note, you talk about the inspiration for this piece, the Melbourne Arioso, as being the great Melbourne artist Clarice Beckett. Talk a little bit about that.
That actually came after I'd written a piece which was, how would you describe it? Well, it was nocturnal, certainly. And I thought of the river, and I thought of that sort of thing. But I'd already written a piece called Arafura Arioso, which is the second movement of my concerto. And so Marshall said, well, let's have a Melbourne Arioso. And then I thought of Clarice Beckett, whom I'd gone to an exhibition in Sydney some years ago. And I thought she was just wonderful. She'd really just been rediscovered at that point. And then I looked on the internet and saw some pictures and sent some to you. And yeah, it does seem to fit, I think.
Yes, definitely.
And Faye, looking at the score for the first time, did you get a sense of the nocturne, of this mystery behind the music?
Yes, very much. And it's very playable. I thought that, I thought probably Ross will has played guitar or something. Very playable. And looking at the pictures, it certainly helped, you know. Picture and music, they have a strong connections. And then when I look at the picture, and I have a better sense of the music, it's very mysterious and like a nocturne.
Well, I wonder, we've talked about the music, and I wonder if we could ask you to play a little bit for us. But first of all, Ross, thank you for writing this beautiful piece. Faye, thank you for being open to playing it.
Thank you for commissioning it.
And thank you to Maria Sola for her great support. And Faye, if you could play a little bit of Melbourne Arioso, that would be wonderful. Thank you.